Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is August the 27th and it's Saturday. And per request, I have a few things to go over with y'all and show you. And I'm just going to hop over into the chat real quick. We weren't sure we'd be able to go live tonight, so I put up a little post, but we're able to. Hello, Judith Thorpe. Hi from Yuma, Arizona. Kathleen. Hi, Donna and Joe. Hello, everyone. Peace, love, and quilting. Hi, Courtney. Hello, everyone. Please be kind and respectful in the chat. I appreciate all of you. Let me see. Irish Sail Lady. Hello, relaxing with a cup of coffee. Appreciate you, sis. We appreciate you too, darling. Patty G. Hello at Handmade by Ying with Donna. Dorlin Dale. Hello from Colorado. I'm cooking dinner and watching. Sounds amazing. June Hudson, hello, Donna and everyone. Irish Sail Lady saying hello. Skipping down through Amy C. Hello, everyone. I feel like I've been channel hopping all day, and it's been so fun. Absolutely, I've been with you. I've been hitting up a few of them all day long, too. Dorlin, whose Bargello pattern are you going to be using for the Zoom so I can start cutting? I will send you that information, or I'll talk about it here in just a few minutes. Just remind me before I get off. Are you doing your 2.5-inch strips, Dorlin? Let me know that. Our Sail Lady, Peace, Loving Quilting. I just watched a video of yours. Nice. She is a sweetheart, and she really has a lot to offer everyone. If you haven't checked out Courtney's channel, Peace, Loving Quilting, please hop over. Give her a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me see here. Okay, hands on hot iron, LOL. I'll be lurking off and on. I totally understand. Rowena Good, hello everyone. Mary Cohen, hello from New Orleans. Teresa Louise, hello darling. I was lurking in your channel, but I was long arming, so I couldn't make a lot of comments. But you got a heck of a deal today, girl. A lot of goodness. Sandra K, hello. Around to it. Shirley, hello. And I think I'm caught up. So, with all of that being said, I've had a few comments on, one, how I stay organized and the way I store my fabric and things like that. So, I'm going to start with a couple little organizing tips that I use. It works for me. It doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody else. But anytime I'm working with patterns or anything, I use binder clips to hold them together, and I cut out 2 or 3 patterns in a day, and then that gets me through for the week. And that's literally how I do my cutouts when I'm cutting ahead. And I mark out all of my stuff with the alphabetties. I have these, and one of the subscribers makes these, and I can share her name and stuff in the description below. But she made these and mailed them to me, and I'm starting to use all these as well. I didn't know how many sets I was going to need. So that's just one more little tidbit, Mark. And if you don't have alphabetties or anything, there is channels out there that show you how to make them. But when I first started, I honestly used a lot of Post-it notes, and I cut them into 4, and then I write A, B, C, D, whatever the case may be on them. And then I just pin it to the fabric, and I still do that with my rows 1 through whatever. And it just helps me when I'm lining up a quilt. I don't have to keep seam ripping. That's these 2 fellas. Let me see. Let me get this out of the way, because if I'm not using them, I try to keep them all stored up on the shelf so that I don't move anything. I also, let me see. Lori Holt made these boards, and I wasn't going to pay the price, but she demonstrated how to make them. So Joe went and got me the boards. He cut them out into 10 or 12 inch, and then I just glued some felt on them, and then put a little border on them just for cosmetic purposes. Let me see. Patty G, Handmade with Ying with Donna. Who's that? Right. King joking. I know why it's there. Absolutely. So, let me see. I've got that. I use that a lot. Let me see. My little tidbits everybody's been asking about. I have my fat quarters in this card here specifically, and it's got my grunge on this side. These are just odd pieces that they're usable. I just haven't used them yet. Then the bottom is all my fabrics that I don't really use a whole lot of. But this is Halloween prints. This is going to be one of my giveaways this coming week. That way you'll have time to use it up. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it up, and that'll be a giveaway for those that helped me when I was posting about Becca needing to get over the hump there for her 15,000 on her giveaway. So this is going to be a giveaway that's going out this week. Let me see. The bottom shelf, I have projects in little bags, and they're all marked. Whether it's going to be just mindless sewing or iron rail fence, everything's pre-cut and stuffed into Ziploc bags. I may even mail those out to subscribers, or I might do a grab bag like a few people has told me, and then you guys can just grab them that way. That way they're out of here. All you'll have to do is pay the postage, because I'm just storing them right now because I'm pretty well over those pieces. Cool horse panel behind you. Absolutely. When I was interviewing Cindy Rang 2 weeks before, I was trying to get this panel and the border and another piece. Well, I couldn't find it online. Here, I thought it had sold out. Well, technically it did. So during the interview, I was telling her about it. If she ever got it back, I'd really, really like it. So she left me know that the person who bought that particular one had canceled out. So she was going to mail it to me, and it came this week. So Teresa Louise, you and I got some brainstorming on this one. It's going to be a fun one. I've never did a panel, and I'm excited to learn. I've went back through some of Teresa Louise's projects over the last few days, just looking and lurking, and I love how she does hers. So I just need guidance, and then I can hop forward on that. Those project boards are great. I have different sizes that I made. Absolutely. And then any works in progress that I have, this one here I just finished up, so I can take the tag off this one, and I'll show you this project here in a minute. But Joe got me these tubs, and what I do is I color coordinate them. If it's something I'm working on actively, it's going in one. So right now I'm working on a log cabin, the log cabin blocks, and it's Morning Light Bluebirds, the pattern. And I have some blocks made, but I need to make 24 of them and then turn it into a cross in the center. So that's something neat. And I've never done it, so Joe was great and made me these little paper templates so I can fool with laying them out and figuring out how I want to do that. This one here is going to be for our Bargello. So I've got my 2 rolls in here, and Dorlyn asked me what pattern I'm using. I found it online, and the author is Ron Carlton, R-O-N Carlton, C-A-R-L-T-O-N. When we're finished, it'll measure 80 by 60, and I'm going to use these directions. Bargello Quilt Top Ready and Thriving is the link that I had found it on. It gives little details. So everybody that I have your email address, I did copy this, and I'll be mailing it. But when we're finished, it's going to look something like this, if you're using the rainbow like I am. But all my projects are pretty much lined up in the order that I'm going to be doing them. We are going to be starting the evergreen, and it's the 3-yard quilt, but I wanted to do something different because I'm getting over inundated with scraps. So what I did was I went ahead and pulled scraps. So this one in particular, my trees are going to be scrappy. Instead of using solids, I went ahead and just picked a few different, anything that had green on it, and went ahead and cut that down. My cream color, and it's two different shades of the cream fabric, but it's going to blend really well. And I wanted it to look like a forest, and everybody knows your forest doesn't look the same. So that one, for when we're ready to start that, that's there and ready. I've got my fabric in the next one that's got 4 quilts ready to go. My open gates for when I'm working that project. This one's full of patterns. This one is for when I'm testing for a test quilt. So as you can see, you have to stay a little bit organized to keep things moving, and it really helps. Let me go back here. Handmade by Ying. Ooh, okay, I got the mannequin, the project boards. Janet, thank you. If you like the content that we're sharing, please give me a thumbs up. It means everything to us and lets me know that you do like the content that we're sharing. My hubby is flying his kite. LOL, what a big kid. That's cool. Shelly, hello everyone. Janet Johnson, I need a jelly roll. Jelly rolls, find them expensive here in Arizona. I'm sorry, I didn't make that out, Janet. I get it. You can honestly just cut 2.5-inch strips with whatever fabric that you have on hand, so you don't need to buy that much, and just come up with your 42 strips is what some of them that have messages doing. Where did you get the cart tubs for the projects you're working on? We got this at, was this Jillian's or Walmart's? Oh, he said Lowe's. See, I guessed that wrong. At our Lowe's. But you can get it on Amazon. They're like $30 or $40. They're not really expensive. And I just, honestly, I'm working on a Maryland quilt that I'm doing for donations. So any quilt that I'm doing or any project, I stick a little label on it, so I know that's my project in the works. And the next one has the fabric line, and it just keeps me organized. And as I'm working on that one, if I get bored with it, I pull my trays and move the next one up, and it just works for me. Let me see. Janet, Australia, got it. So I finished my Maryland quilt, so I'm going to show you that because I'm going to bail on my whips and UFOs tomorrow. I'm writing my first pattern, and it's almost finished. I've got a couple more lines to write on it, but I donate every year to the Maryland State Firemen's Association where I live. So I wrote this one out, and it's based on just a picture someone had. And let me see if you can see it. And when I tell you it's got 96 half square triangles, trust me, you'll become proficient when you do something like this. But it'll have the Maryland crab on the back. And I've just got to figure out how I want to quilt this one up. And then I'll be able to show you when it's totally finished. But I want to finish writing that pattern out first. Let me see. Finished a test quilt. Let me see. What else do I got here? Let me see. As I finish a project, if I know I'm not going to use those fabrics again, as you can see, it's full. I cut everything down to 2.5-inch squares because you never know when you're going to need one, or you just want mindless sewing and you don't want to do anything. No cutting or anything. So I've got quite the tote full, probably enough for a couple quilts in that. And that'll go to some charity somewhere. Then I have littler ones up here that are base that I'll be able to just lock them out and do quilts. This stack here, I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me move this camera. Let me see if I can get a good view for you. Let me see. He's doing that. These are all 1-yard cuts. And if I've pulled a cut off of any of them, then all I do is on the inside of the label, on the tag of it, they're cardboard. These are your comic boards. And all I do is on the inside, I know this is exactly 1 yard because there's no mark. But once I cut off a little section or whatever, then I just remark it for however much is on that, so that when I use it again, I don't have to worry about it. I have them lined up as like my seasonal blenders. These are anything forest. These are all going to be the 3-yard quilts. I've got my Christmas ones already picked. Spring. Let me see. These are, of course, the 1 yard, my full bolts. When I take off anything on my full bolts, I go ahead and mark the top of the bolt to say how much is left on it so I don't have to pull it off and guess. Let me see. This is an old dresser. It was my husband's parents, and we have it, and inside of it, I've just got it covered for now. So it looks a little bit better. But let me tuck this in here. And there's 6 drawers. But what I do is, anytime I'm doing a project and I'm finished, I use the leftover scraps and I make my binding. That way I'm not getting rid of anything and I have it all right there. So basically I just go ahead and make it, and it could be as little as the simplest project, or it could be something big and astronomical. But if it's anything over 100 inches, I put it on a paper towel roll and store it. That way it's right on the inside how many inches. Then the little ones. And these are honestly just your household toilet paper rolls used so that they're ready to go. I just did Bebe's hopscotch board. Now, I don't know when I'll ever use it, but it'll be ready for some kind of a project that I'll be doing. Let me see down here. When I'm finished, like I did a red, white, and blue Quilt of Valor, and this is a whole packet ready to go for another one. It's already cut up, ready to go, and the pattern's folded inside. So when I need that, all I have to do is pull it out. These are patterns. And then this side has fusible fleece and anything that I would need over there. Then let me see what else. Let me see. I need the jelly rolls. Let me look at the chat. Where did you get the... Take a picture, Teresa Louise, so I can look for it a few years. Patterns. I love any kind of print. I just think if we're doing trees, I need it to look a little bit like that. Love how organized you are. Thank you. Handmade by Ying with Donna. How did Joe make your paper templates? Did he print out the picture? Yeah, what he did was I sent him a picture that I took of just one of the blocks. And all he did was put it over on his computer, shrunk it down, put 12, because there's 12 to a pattern, to each of the packs. And cut them out so I can lay here and play with different patterns. Because this one needs to be in a form of a cross. Scrunchins, you crack me up. I always say her name different every time. Janet Johnson, what is with the bra? Okay, I'm going to tell you. I got a bra on a pillow because it's a work in progress. It's a breast cancer awareness bra that I've started to decorate. I'm not sure the direction I'm going to go with it yet, but I can show you a little bit of it. I started... So basically, it's just a fuzzy pillow because I needed something with bulk that would hold it. But this will travel with the bra for the fundraiser. This here in the center is just a set of pink earrings with a little bit of bling. I added the lace around it. And then I put these on this afternoon. So I'm waiting on them to dry. I feel like I'm groping this thing. But this will go out to... the fabric patch to go with their drawing for their fundraiser for breast cancer awareness. And then I ordered these that I'm going to send out as well. Let me see. And I've made up 200s in this, and it's just the cancer ribbons that they'll be able to send with their packages for that week. So Cindy and her daughter are amazing. So it's just our way of saying thank you for all you guys do. So yes, I was groping the mannequin. So not sure yet how much more I'm going to do with it. I think he needs help. The tassels. People wear them. I'm sure they do. Let me see. See, you've started work. Yeah, I'm starting on it. I'm just not sure yet. I'll get there. When I'm happy with it, it'll go out. I'm going to show it to Brianna on, let me see, Monday for the interview and see her thoughts on it and see if I'm heading the right direction. If she says it's enough, I'm going to go ahead and send it out. That way it's out there and freeing up a little bit of space. Not that it takes up a lot, but there's still got to be just a little bit more I can do and add to it. Patty G, those black papers laminating would make awesome puzzles for kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let them figure stuff out. Let me see. What else was I going to tell you? If you know anybody that's currently in a fight with the breast cancer and we're trying to raise awareness, please write something, send it to me. I need their email, a mailing address, and once we get all that, I'll stick it with the pillow and ship it out, and then they can figure out who's going to be the recipient. Like whenever this brawl, if it raises $25, $50, a couple hundred, that money that's raised will be mailed from the fabric patch on behalf of my channel to the recipient. That's the way that'll work out. But they're going to start talking about it more this coming Wednesday and Thursday on their chats to help raise awareness. They get displayed at different imaging places. Absolutely. It all depends on who buys them. It's a charity auction, but I've seen them displayed. Doctors have bought them, all kinds of places. I would add some more bling. I'm thinking about buying those little bedazzle things and just really tweaking it out all around. But we'll see what happens. Let me see. Someone asked me about how to do half square triangles. Anytime I have a pattern, and everybody knows we've all got those patterns where there's a lot of waste. We can either throw it away or we can use it up. Anytime I have this much waste, this was in one pattern. And to me, that can make something on the back of a quilt. It could do anything. So honestly, what I do is, they ask me what I do and how I square them up. I use, depending upon what size these are 4, let me see. These are 4 inches, 4 by 4. So all I do is take my 45-degree line and I lay it dead center on it just to see where I'm at. This is a little bit shy of the 4. So I would probably honestly take this down to 3.5 just so it'll square up nice. But if I'm doing it on one, all of them is going to be the 3.5. Most was purchased by them. I watched their auction. Absolutely. They added a lot of extra funds with some of them. And I just think it's a fun thing. Most were purchased by them. I watched their auction. Absolutely. Janita, hi Donna, and everyone. Sorry I'm late. It's okay, sweetheart. Don't ever worry about being late to anybody's channel. There's always the replay, darling. So what I do is just line my line up. And now that I know this was my smallest one, because I've already had a look-see, just get my little rotary cutter, and normally I would put these on my spin mat to make it a little bit simpler, because I don't like moving them until they're already squared. But just for this purpose of showing you, I'm at 3.5 here. I've got it lined up, and I'm going to just square it off. I don't know when I'll ever use these, but they'll be ready to go, and I'll just put a little tag on them versus throwing that much fabric away. And if I'm doing a pattern that needs these, but would be a good blender when you're joining your fabric at the ends, I think that would come in really handy, and you can just put it right in the middle of your backing, line it, join both your pieces. But that's just little tidbits, because I don't like a lot of waste. Fabric's going up, and I honestly try to use up as much as I can. And with that being said, I'm going to show you just a little sample. Everybody's been asking me in emails and things about what my next big thing is. Well, we're doing the Bargello. That's a big thing. I love your content and hugs. I love that you joined us, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Would make a great border. Absolutely, Janet. But what I'm going to do is, now that I know the size of them, I'm just going to square them all the same and do a count on them and just pin them all together. That way they're all ready to go whenever I need them. Let me see. The Bargello is going to kick off the first Saturday. And let me see. I'm going to read the names. So if you're not listed, you got to email me or I've missed it. I have Kathleen Champ, Teresa Louise, Amy C., Sobecca, Shady Susan, Dorlin Dale, Scruncheons. I'll never get that right. Cindy Goody, Brenda Foley, Courtney, Beth, and Sandra K. So we've got a really good mix. And I'm not sure, I didn't see Patty G in, but she's the one, she'll catch the replay that asked me about my organization and my fabric, how I cut things down. I love your content. Thank you. Would make a great border. Absolutely. So one of my projects that I'm kicking off, and it's going to be on my Tuesday segments, and it's going to start in October, and it's going to run for almost, well, about a year, maybe like a few weeks over a year, maybe a month. But we're going to make a very, very scrappy quilt. And I'm going to show you, I'm just going to come live. It's going to be the same time every Tuesday for about 30, 40 minutes, maybe an hour if need be. But picking different blocks, different patterns. We're going to make it really scrappy. The only catch is you got to use your scraps. Now, how cool is that? Gives you one more reason to use your scraps. So with that being said, I'm just going to show you one sample. Well, I got 2 sample blocks to give you a lot of contrast here. But when we're doing our snowballing, this one's just going to be a snowballed. And you can mark them. Thank you. So this one here is just snowballed. So it's going to measure 4.5 by 4.5 when we're done. So all I'm doing is putting a little crease here because I want to make sure that I get this in right. So it really matters the way that you lay these in. And at times I've honestly just pinned them straight across and it works every time. But since I'm just going to give you a little tidbit of a show, and then on the right side of my presser foot, I'm going to go really slow and I'm just going to slide down that exactly where that crease is. Then I'm going to press it. I don't have my iron on yet, but I'm just going to show you. And fold it over and do the same thing. And you don't have to mark your fabric, and this works extremely well. And you're just putting your crease in. And this works for a lot of different projects that I'm doing. So I don't have to mark up and worry about, is that going to show? Is it not going to come out? When the weather's cold, is that mark going to come back? And then I just fold it over before I move to the next piece, and it's in there right. And then I do the same thing for the next one. And this is just showing you a sample of what one of the blocks are going to be. And then when it comes closer to time to do the assembly, I'll have everything laid out, and I'll send you a picture of just how I'm doing my assembly. You can assemble however you would like. But it's going to run for 56 weeks every Tuesday, unless it's a holiday or something like that, and then we'll make up and do 2 in a week. But they're simple blocks to make. None of them has been very hard that I've looked at, but mine's going to be very, very scrappy, and I can't tell you the exact size yet until I finish, because I need to add in the last 12 blocks, and then I'll be able to do the math and tell you how big it's going to be. So let me iron these down, snip them off, and I'll show you this, how cute it is. Back and got dinner. Lucky duck, you've got your dinner. Hi, Donna, and all my quilting friends. Rich, hello, honey. Janita, beautiful, love your design. So all I'm doing is I've seen some quilters, they won't even trim it off if it's the white fabric because it's just going to blend. I'm going to go ahead and trim mine off just so that you'll be able to see it, because this is going to be stored for quite a bit. My counter there, something's a catching it. So you just do it at the 1/4 inch all the way around, and all you did on this first block is all you're doing is snowballing the corners. And I believe we all know how to do that, and you're going to make 4 of these. So you can make them scrappy or you can make them match depending upon what your scrap stash is. But when you put all 4 together, that's going to make 1 block. Like I said, I want mine to be very, very scrappy. So this is 1 block done in just a couple seconds. So I'll have 4 when it's done, and I'll just join them all together. And like I finger pressed them, but honestly, you can run the iron down. It's just another little time saver, and it gives you the perfect crease when you're coming around on it. And I'll do it one more time and show you. Just make sure you stay on the right side of your presser foot, and it gives you that perfect snowball effect every time. I've tried to press these in a stack of like 10 before, and they got skewed. So I would honestly just do these one at a time, just as if you were marking them. And in case all of you don't know, Becca hit her 15,000 subscribers today. So I would say hop over there at some point and shoot her an email, congratulate her. That's a lot. And we're just over the moon excited for her. It takes a lot to get your numbers up like that, and teamwork. So we were sharing it, and I have to look at our emails now in our community tab because I put a post up. Anybody that helped share that post that I posted was going to be entered into a giveaway once she hit the 15,000. So I'll look at that tonight, and Monday I'll just make the announcement on who, because I'm just going to draw the names of anybody that entered. So, like I said, you're just snowballing. You're going to make this same block 4 times. But you can make it as scrappy as you want. This block for me is just going to be floral. So any kind of flower print, I just think it's going to, in the end, it's going to come together really cute. And all your blocks, when we do this, it's going to be different sizes, and it's all going to matter how we lay it out. And you'll be able to do sashings and all kinds of neat stuff to use up all these scraps that we all got laying around. But then this is the second one. That quick, and you can make them in, what, under like 5 minutes, and you've already got all those scraps, and they're already used up that quick. So let me see. So I did the flower sample, and I have 2 more to make when we get around to that. So let me see. I think that was just about it that everybody wanted me to share tonight. I wanted to hop on so I didn't get too far into the week. Let me pull my calendar. I'm going to go ahead and skip my whips and UFOs tomorrow and just take a me day. So the only thing I've done this week is seriously worked on this pattern for the Maryland quilt, and I'm going to work on that tomorrow to finish writing that up, and then I'm going to need 2 people to test it. Courtney's going to test it, and you can basically use your own fabric, use your own colors, because it's got that starburst effect. But if you're interested in testing it for me, let me know. You make it so easy to do. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Let me see. Monday is the next time that I'll be live, and that'll be when I'm doing the interview. And that's honestly I really enjoy doing the interviews. That's just a lot of fun. And then we're going to hop straight into the hack of the week. That'll be the last one for August. I've got several of you that sent me some good tips on things that you would like me to do. And then we're going to hop into the full month of September, and it's really jam-packed. So a lot of goodness for September. October, I'm calling that my heavy hitter month because there's a lot going on there. Okay, I'm back. Kite did not work. You are too cute. I bet you had to climb a tree to get the kite out. So, if there's anything else you want to know or questions or anything, I have time left. I don't remember who all's going live, but we got like, I don't know, 20 more minutes I can chat with you. Ask Joe or I anything. Did I get hung up? Did it get hung up in the trees? That I already asked her and she's refusing to answer. She's just not answering us. I bet she was tree climbing or tree hugging. Love how you do a lot of charity. You're an awesome lady. I figure like Joe, if we do 3 for us, then we're giving 1 away. I just think charity's the way to go. And I've been with the Maryland State Firemen's and Ladies organization for many, many years. I've been a volunteer with my local fire department and others within my county, and it's what, 35 years probably. So we just give back. If God blesses you, you give back. I agree, Janet. Donna has a wonderful, generous heart. You guys are going to make me cry. None of that. We couldn't get it to fly. The wind comes and it goes. As long as you weren't climbing any trees, getting that unstuck for the hubby. You guys are amazing. I believe it's important to give back. Absolutely. There's so many people out there that are in need that don't even... We're only touching a little tiny, minute little amount. And if we can leave our thumbprint on the earth that we did a good thing or made it a little bit better for someone else, I think that's the way to go. No trees. Okay, as long as you're not tree climbing. Thank you for the generosity, time, and talent with helping the community. Thank you. All right, guys, I think that's a wrap. I showed you how to do the HSTs. I saw a lot when I was working in public safety, and I'm sure you guys have seen your share. Absolutely. I was in the emergency room for many years, and it's just when COVID hit, and with Joe, we're staying home. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and round out tonight. No, I will not have a video tomorrow. I'm just going to work on finishing out this pattern. Seriously, if anybody wants to test it, I'd greatly appreciate it. I've already got Courtney, and I'd like 1 more, maybe 2. That would be great. That would help me. Hi, Donna. I just popped in to give you a thumbs up and catch the replay tomorrow. No problem, Janine, and thank you, sweetheart. So you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Be kind, be sweet to each other, and as you're channel hopping and enjoying all the other content that's out there, remember to hit the thumbs up. It means everything to all of us content creators. We're all trying to grow and share the love. Good night, guys. You take care. God bless you, and have a fabulous Sunday tomorrow. Bye-bye.